What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of Nerf News, your number one source for Nerf news on the net. I'm your host, Drac, and today we're talking about the second of the rival blasters that have been released at BlizzCon. So we just talked about McCree's pistol. I'm still in my gym gear. We can launch right into it. No excuses necessary. This is Reaper's shotgun. So this is obviously not the skin for Reaper's shotgun that we are used to, but neither was the McCree pistol. Like, we are changing up the color schemes a lot, choosing a lot of those Arctic skins because we want to get these as far away from firearms-esque look as we possibly can. We're leaving those sweet, sweet orange tips. You can see our next video in the background here, but these are pretty accurate. Like, they're a little small-ish in my opinion, but you be the judge. And we're going to take a look at some of the functionality here. We're going to work our way through that. This is obviously one side. We've got the Overwatch logo embossed. I'm pretty sure that this is our safety. Again, in a really funky place where I don't think it's going to get used that much, but there's some sort of legislation where rival blasters, because of the jewels that they output, have to have safeties. And then we've got our prime back here, and it's actually very flush. Just look at how clean that is in both photos. Like, it looks almost molded, which is really, really, really cool. Trigger is black, which is very interesting to me. And then the overall blaster does not have a lot of orange on it. What are we doing, Hasbro? What are we doing? But we're making props is essentially what we're doing. And this one's a direct counterpart to an actual shotgun in a video game. And I dig it. I think that it's pretty cool. So, 2 barrels, but it appears that only one of them is going to be functional. Let's see what our official Hasbro rep has to say.
To fire it, you pull back on the handle here, which opens the chamber. You can load 8 Nerf rival rounds inside, and then close it up, and you're ready to fire. Let me demonstrate. I load one in here, close it up, and these all fire about 90 per second.
So thanks for correcting him there, Dakota. He's trying to speak video games, right? He's a little off guard. So 90 feet per second is the claim. That is, again, like a little soft for a Springer out of rival, but who knows? Interestingly enough, in this demo, something like seriously, sincerely of note is that we don't see him load more than 1 round, so it's shooting only 1 round, but it's a shotgun, right, with an 8-shot capacity. So hopefully in Dakota's video he helps us out with a little bit more actual knowledge. Let's go.
Got the 3 blasters, pullback action, kind of old school knife fighter. Holds 8 rounds.
Oh, thank goodness he's loading a real amount of ammo.
Seems to have basically extended furnace batch numbers to be vital in the internal. What I did notice, you can actually double fire, double load. Once you put your 8th one in, you can slide the next one past the first one up into the barrel. There we go. There we go. Close it up. Double shot. Get back, forward, fire. Back, forward, fire. This is probably the most practical of them. It's got very nice detail work. It does have a safe shot right here and a jam and release right here. Personally, it's my favorite.
Alright, so Dakota says that this one's his favorite, and Reaper is my favorite character to play, so I'm thrilled to see that this one is very effective. This is a fine rival blaster in its own right. It is a pullback prime, which some people are going to think is less efficient than the pump action primaries, but this is like pseudo-primary territory, and it's exactly where I want it to be. Now, he alludes to loading an additional round into the barrel and then double firing shotgun style with that setup, but what's interesting here is that it is a single fire blaster, which is infinitely better. There's a reason that the Atlas is so bad, and yet the Apollo and the Artemis and the Hades are also so good. So this is going to be interesting because once you crack one of those locks out, not only will you be able to manually load that second round so that you can fire 2 at once, but also you could prime twice, skipping the trigger action there, and dual load that way to fire. So I'm pretty stoked about this one. I can't wait to paint it up in a more traditional Reaper skin, but I think that also, like doing the Halloween shotguns, I mean, let's be real, like, mine are going to have to be gold because mine are actually gold. I've only taken 2 characters to gold weapons, and Reaper is, of course, the first one that I did, but this is a good-looking blaster. Like, it's solid, the ergonomics look fine, it's very much a handheld shotgun. That grip is going to be really interesting, but the prime is nice. It's nicer than a Night Finder's. You can see Dakota can fit 2 fingers in there, so you're going to have great purchase on it, especially if the springs get a little bit heavier. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. Anyway, I'm super stoked for this one. Same question as last time. Let me know, what do you guys think that this should cost? Should be dropping summer of 2019. I want to know what you would pay for a Reaper shotgun. I think it's going to come in a dual pack with a mask. So it should be significantly more expensive, probably the most expensive of the lot. But there's always a chance, you never know, with Amazon in the retail game, it could be launched as a single item. So let's say, what would you pay for the dual pack? And do you think that you should get a discount for buying two at once? Or are you going to get upcharged because you're getting a mask that you may or may not need? There are a lot of really good masks out there that you can purchase as is. I've done a mask painting and like detailing guide based off a kit from Etsy, which was very, very affordable. You could find that on my channel. So I think that like masks can be very expensive, but I guarantee you the plastic one that ships with this will be nowhere near as costume quality ready as it should be. However, the shotguns save you a ton of time and you no longer have to cut up crossfire bows. So that's Reaper's shotgun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. One more video to go. As always, much love. Nerf on. Drac out.